let's just discuss about how the inflation destroyed the Iran economy. Now, Iran is in war with one of the most powerful nation on the planet. So I think this sorts the nation has a right to defeat itself, and it has a sovereignty right to defeat itself in case of any attack. And I think Iran hasn't attacked at first for Israel or any Middle Eastern nation with ally which are allies with America, but these Israel and America are trying to destroy the nuclear capability of Iran that is Iran to trying develop because if it has developed the nuclear arsenal, then it can mobilize its oil economy and be on the path to be the wealthy and prosperous nation without giving the ownership to the private company or any other prosperous nation. Just like the Saudi Aramco. On the Saudi Aramco, there are I think ownership is held by some public or American company means Saudi and American oil company. I think that's full from Saudi Aramco. So that will not be an Iran, I think, because if the state-run company will be there, then it can utilize its oil resources to be rich, just like Venezuela has tried, but it couldn't. But see the structure of I think Russia. Russia has state run company so that it is controlling its economy and its economy is also booming at the present time. Okay, now let's just discuss how the inflation destroy the Iran economy. Okay, now I think Iran has faced the serious economic difficulties for many years, and one of the biggest problem has been the high and persistent inflation. Then the inflation generally, we consider it as the increase in the price of the good and service over the time period. And in Iran, inflation has reached to the extremely high level. Sometimes it exceed up to 40 to 50% per year. And such kind of inflation generally weakness the economy, also reduce the people purchasing power, increase poverty also, and create a long-term economic instability. Okay, so that if inflation economic due to the economic sanction that Iran has to bear, then inflation rise around 40 to 50% per year, so that most of the people cannot afford day-to-day basic necessity also. And so that one of the most serious effect of inflation is in Iran was the collapse of national currency. Okay, the Iranian real over the year, the real has lost a large portion of its value against foreign currencies such as the US dollar. When the currency weakens, importing good become much more expensive. Also, Iran import many products, including industrial material, medicine, and food item. Also, as the currency lose value, business must pay more for the import, and these higher costs are passed on the consumer. Also, this cause the price to rise even further and creating the cycle of inflation also. So due to the sanction, this Western allies has destroyed the currency of Iran also. Then uh, it cause around the high living, also the cost of living is very high in Iran as the high inflation has increased the cost of living in Iran, and price of essential goods such as food, housing, and transportation and the healthcare also has rise rapidly. And in many cases wages haven't increased, or wages hasn't increased at the same as the price. As a result, many family has to struggle to afford basic necessity. Even the middle class household have seen their standard of living is declining, and everyday items that were once affordable have become increasingly expensive, forcing people to reduce consumption and change their lifestyle also. Okay, then what inflation is causing to increase the poverty also, means that persistent inflation has pushed many Iranian into the poverty. When the price rise faster than the income, people's real purchasing power also decline. This means that if someone earns the same salary but they can buy the fear good and service also. So that many family now spend the large portion of their income on the food and housing also. So economic inequality has also increased, with the wealth becoming the concentrated among the smaller group. Only the few people can control the wealth, while the majority of the population have to face the financial hardship also. Then the decline of the business and investment also. High inflation always cause the economic uncertainty, which discourage the business and investor. Company find it difficult to predict cost, profit, and future prices also. As a result, business often delay investment and reduce the production. Now foreign investors are also reluctant to invest in countries with unstable economy also and high inflation. Now this reduce the economic growth, slows the industrial development, and it can limit the job creation also. In many cases also, wealthy individual and company move their money to other country where economic condition are stable. So most of the people will move their money to other country where the economic condition will be much more stable also. Then the government budget program and money printing. Okay, now another main reason that the inflation in Iran is affecting its financial policy also. When the government face the large budget deficit, and they sometimes print more money to finance investing also. Now increasing in the money supply without increasing in the production lead to the more money chasing the same amount of the good also, so which cause the price to rise rapidly also. Then over the time, excessive money printing also weakness the value of currency and fuel for the long-term inflation. Now, impact on the international sanction also. Economic sanction imposed in the Iran have also contributed to inflation. Sanction restrict the Iran's ability to export oil, trade internationally, and access the global financial system also. Since oil export are the one of the Iran's major source of revenue. Sanction reduce the country foreign currency earning. This shortage of foreign currency weakness the real, increase the import prices also, and pushes inflation even much more higher also. Now shortage of the essential good, inflation, and currency depreciation have also caused the shortage in the certain good also. When import cost become too high, some companies cannot afford to bring product into the country. This has led the shortage of certain medicine, industrial material, or consumer good. Businesses sometimes reduce the production because they cannot afford the imported raw material, which further limit the supply and increase in the prices also. Now social and economic consequences. The economic pressure caused by the inflation has created the significant social challenges also. Rising unemployment, declining wages, then increasing the poverty has led to the public dissatisfaction also. Then long-term inflation also reduce the trust in the economic institution also, and it also weakness the confidence in the country financial system also. So when people lose confidence in their currency and economy, economic instability can also be worse. Then the we are on the last, and so that inflation has severely affected the Iran economy by weakening its currency, increasing the cost of living. Okay, expanding the poverty, making people to the poverty, also discouraging foreign investment, creating the shortage of the essential good also, combined with economic sanction also, government financial policy also, structural economic problem also. Inflation has become one of the most serious challenges facing Iran also. Now controlling inflation and stabilizing the economy will require the major economic reform and long-term policy changes also. So hope all of you understood what I am saying you about. Okay. So if you have any confusion, then try to comment on our comment section. And I think I'm reading quite fast, and so you cannot retain information. So sorry for that. on future I'll try to improve. Okay, I think today I have read quite fast. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, have a great day.